The Young and the Restless spoilers. Victor orders manhunt, vows Matt's permanent takedown. The Young and the Restless Y&R spoilers reveal that Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, will find out Matt Clark, Roger Howarth, is alive and back in Genoa City. Of course, Victor will also learn Matt now claims to have amnesia, but he won't care whether that's true or not. Victor's only goal will be to track Matt down and ensure that he can never hurt the Newmans again. Since Victor doesn't mess around when it comes to dealing with villains, he'll really mean business during the week of May 11th to 15th. Victor surely wishes that he'd done something besides hand Matt over to the authorities the last time Matt was under his control. Although Victor had the chance to take justice into his own hands, he ultimately handed Matt over to the cops. That obviously didn't work out well since Matt wiggled out of charges and later almost killed Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, and Noah Newman, Lucas Adams, in that Vegas explosion. Matt wouldn't have had a chance to do that if Victor had just ended his life. That's something that may haunt Victor and make him determined to finish Matt off once he tracks him down. The police aren't going to handle this correctly as far as Victor's concerned, so he'll organize a manhunt of his own using his security team and any other trained employees. Victor will call for all hands on deck and may vow that the Newmans are going to get real revenge this time. Since Victor will watch Nick struggle to stay off drugs, that'll make him extra motivated to take Matt down permanently. However, Y&R keeps finding new and exciting ways to use Matt, so Victor won't get his wish anytime soon. The story would be over if Victor caused Matt's grim fate, so Matt will stick around for now despite this manhunt that's brewing for him. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Victor will bark orders and unleash his wrath, but some stunning news is still to come in this Matt storyline. Hey everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into explosive new The Young and the Restless spoilers that could completely change the future of Genoa City forever. Victor Newman is officially done playing games, and according to shocking new developments, the Newman patriarch is preparing for all-out war. The target. And trust us when we say this situation is spiraling into one of the most dangerous showdowns the soap has seen in a very long time. Victor Newman has always been ruthless when protecting his family, his empire and his power. But this time feels different. This time feels personal. Fans are already buzzing because spoilers suggest Victor is no longer interested in temporary solutions or quiet warnings. No, Victor reportedly orders a full-scale manhunt and makes a terrifying vow that sends chills through everyone around him. He wants Matt taken down permanently. And honestly, the word permanently is what has fans absolutely panicking right now. Because when Victor Newman decides someone has crossed the line beyond redemption, history proves he becomes more dangerous than ever before. We have watched Victor destroy businesses, relationships, reputations, and lives for decades. But the moment he believes someone poses a true threat to the Newman family, there is almost no limit to how far he is willing to go. That is exactly why Genoa City is about to enter a terrifying new chapter. The tension surrounding Matt has been building for weeks now. His unpredictable behavior, secretive moves, manipulative tactics, and growing influence have slowly transformed him into a ticking time bomb. At first, some people underestimated him. Others thought Victor could control the situation quietly behind the scenes. But recent events reportedly push everything over the edge. Sources close to the storyline claim Victor receives alarming information that convinces him Matt is more dangerous than anyone originally realized. Whatever Victor discovers changes everything instantly. The Newman patriarch allegedly becomes convinced that Matt is capable of causing irreversible destruction to both the family and the company if he remains free. And once Victor reaches that conclusion, there is no turning back. Spoilers tease that Victor summons trusted allies behind closed doors for a chilling strategy meeting that immediately raises alarm bells. The atmosphere reportedly becomes icy as Victor lays out his plan with terrifying calmness. No emotion. No hesitation. Just pure determination. He wants Matt found. He wants Matt stopped. And he wants it done permanently. That single word changes the emotional tone of the entire storyline because it suggests Victor may be preparing to cross dangerous moral lines even for him. Fans know Victor often operates in gray areas, But this feels darker, more aggressive, more desperate. The biggest question now is what exactly Matt did to trigger this level of fury. Rumors suggest Victor uncovers shocking evidence tying Matt to a larger manipulation scheme that could devastate multiple families. There are whispers of betrayal, hidden alliances, financial sabotage, and emotional manipulation stretching further than anyone realized. If these spoilers are accurate, Victor may finally understand that Matt has been quietly positioning himself like a predator while everyone else remained distracted. That realization sends Victor into full attack mode. But what makes this storyline especially explosive is the emotional fallout spreading across Genoa City as news of Victor's mission begins leaking out. Nick Newman reportedly becomes deeply uneasy once he senses how far his father is willing to go. Nick has always struggled with Victor's darker instincts, especially when revenge becomes involved. He understands that Victor believes he's protecting the family, but he also knows his father can become consumed by vengeance. According to insiders, Nick tries to reason with Victor at one point, urging him not to escalate the situation beyond control. But Victor refuses to back down. In fact, spoilers suggest Victor becomes furious that anyone would question his judgment after everything Matt has allegedly done. That confrontation could become one of the emotional highlights of the storyline because it exposes the growing divide inside the Newman family itself. Victor sees this as survival. Nick sees it as obsession. And the deeper Victor sinks into his mission, the more terrified some family members become about what he might actually do. Victoria Newman also reportedly finds herself trapped in an impossible position. On one hand, she understands why Victor feels threatened. She knows Matt represents instability and danger. But she also recognizes the frightening intensity behind Victor's latest moves. Spoilers hint that Victoria begins noticing subtle warning signs that Victor is becoming increasingly consumed by the hunt itself. He stops listening. He becomes secretive. He starts issuing orders without explanation. The deeper he goes, the harder it becomes for even his closest allies to predict his next move. That unpredictability creates enormous tension throughout the family. Meanwhile, Adam Newman may react very differently. And honestly, fans are already bracing for chaos because Adam and Victor together during a revenge storyline is always dangerous television. There are whispers that Adam may actually support Victor's aggressive strategy, believing Matt has already crossed too many lines to deserve mercy. If true, that could place Adam directly at odds with Nick and Victoria, further fracturing family unity during an already volatile crisis. Imagine the tension inside the Newman family compound as siblings argue over whether Victor is protecting them or becoming consumed by darkness himself. That emotional conflict alone could fuel weeks of explosive scenes. But the situation becomes even more dangerous once word spreads that Victor has allegedly activated outside resources to track Matt down. This is where fans begin truly panicking. Because Victor Newman does not make empty threats. When he mobilizes his connections, people disappear. Secrets surface. Pressure intensifies. And enemies suddenly find themselves trapped from every angle imaginable. Spoilers suggest Matt quickly realizes Victor is coming for him and begins making increasingly desperate moves to stay ahead. But instead of retreating quietly, Matt may decide to strike back. That possibility changes everything. If Matt feels cornered, unpredictable behavior becomes almost guaranteed. And according to early hints, his retaliation could put innocent people directly in harm's way. One especially chilling rumor claims Matt may target someone emotionally connected to the Newmans in order to destabilize Victor psychologically. That possibility terrifies fans because Victor's enemies often discover that attacking his family creates catastrophic consequences. And if Matt makes that mistake, Victor's rage could become unstoppable. The emotional stakes rise even higher when Sharon becomes entangled in the escalating crisis. Sources hint Sharon may possess information connected to Matt's unstable mental state or hidden motivations. But sharing that information could place her directly in danger. Sharon reportedly struggles with guilt and fear as the situation spirals out of control around her. At the same time, there are whispers that Sharon may become one of the few people capable of reaching Matt emotionally before total disaster unfolds. That creates an incredibly tense emotional dilemma. Does Sharon risk herself trying to prevent bloodshed? Or does she step back and allow Victor to handle the threat his own way? Fans already know Sharon has a long history of becoming emotionally pulled into dangerous situations because she believes people can still be saved. But Victor Newman does not operate from hope. He operates from survival instinct. And right now, survival is all Victor seems to care about. Another fascinating layer of this storyline involves the growing fear spreading through Genoa City itself. As rumors of Victor's manhunt circulate, people begin realizing the situation is much worse than originally believed. Businesses become tense. Private meetings increase. Characters start choosing sides quietly behind the scenes. Some support Victor, others fear him, and some believe Matt may be even more dangerous than anyone understands. That uncertainty creates a dark atmosphere hanging over the entire city. Spoilers also suggest Chance Chancellor becomes heavily involved as law enforcement pressure intensifies. Chance reportedly finds himself caught between official investigations and Victor's private mission. The problem is that Victor rarely respects boundaries when he believes his family is threatened. That creates immediate conflict. Chance wants procedure. Victor wants results. And if Victor starts interfering with official investigations or withholding information, tensions between them could explode quickly. There are even hints that Chance may begin suspecting Victor knows more than he admits about Matt's whereabouts or activities. If true, that suspicion could trigger another dangerous layer to the storyline. Because Victor never reacts kindly when authorities question his actions. At the center of everything remains Matt himself, whose psychological state reportedly becomes increasingly unstable as pressure closes in from every direction. Spoilers tease moments of paranoia, desperation, and emotional unraveling as Matt realizes escape routes are disappearing rapidly. But instead of surrendering, he allegedly becomes more unpredictable than ever. That unpredictability is exactly what terrifies Victor most. Victor can handle powerful enemies. He can negotiate with rivals. He can crush predictable